November 24, 1971, a man in a suit, sunglasses, and a clip-on tie boards a flight from Portland to Seattle. 30 minutes into the journey, he hands a note to a flight attendant. The message? "I have a bomb." He would go on to hijack the plane, demand $200,000 in cash, and parachute into the freezing darkness, never to be seen again. This is the story of D.B. Cooper, the only hijacker in U.S. history who got away with it.
It was the day before Thanksgiving. A calm, well-dressed man calling himself Dan Cooper walked up to the counter at Northwest Orient Airlines and bought a one-way ticket. No ID needed, no security checks. On board Flight 305, Cooper sat in seat 18C. He ordered a bourbon and soda. Quiet, polite, nothing suspicious, until he handed that note to flight attendant Tina Mutlow. She glanced at it, assuming it was just a flirt. He leaned in and whispered, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." Cooper opened his briefcase and showed her wires and red cylinders. It looked real, and it probably was. His demands were simple: $200,000 in $20 bills, 4 parachutes, a fuel truck ready in Seattle. The FBI and airline complied. As the plane circled the Seattle airport for 2 hours, agents gathered the cash and parachutes. Once the money was delivered, Cooper released all 36 passengers. Only the crew remained on board. Cooper instructed the pilots to fly south toward Mexico City, but with strict rules. Speed: no faster than 200 knots. Altitude: no higher than 10,000 feet. Landing gear: down. Cabin: depressurized. Around 8:13 p.m., somewhere over southwestern Washington, Cooper opened the rear air stair door and jumped into a storm. In the pitch dark, wearing a business suit and loafers, the FBI launched one of the largest manhunts in U.S. history. Planes, helicopters, dogs, all scouring the dense forests near the suspected jump zone. But no body, no parachute, no sign of Cooper. The only physical clue? In 1980, a boy digging by the Columbia River found $5,800 in waterlogged $20 bills matching the serial numbers of Cooper's ransom. Still, no trace of the man himself. Over the years, dozens of men were suspected. Richard McCoy, a Vietnam vet who hijacked a plane in 1972 in nearly identical fashion. But he was later killed in a shootout. Kenneth Christensen, a former airline employee who suddenly came into money. Robert Rackstrom, a former paratrooper with a shady past. But none were definitively linked to the hijacking. No fingerprints, no DNA, just theories. Did Cooper die in the jump? Or did he vanish into a new life with a fortune? Greater than some believe he drowned. Others think he escaped and lived under a new identity. The FBI officially closed the case in 2016, citing lack of new evidence. But the legend lives on, in books, documentaries, and conspiracy forums. D.B. Cooper remains the only unsolved hijacking case in U.S. aviation history. Nearly 50 years later, we still don't know who D.B. Cooper was, where he landed, or what became of him. But one thing's certain: he pulled off one of the boldest and cleanest crimes in modern history. And vanished, like a ghost in the storm. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more unsolved cases, history's biggest heists, and legendary crimes. Until next time, keep your eyes open. History hides more secrets than we think.